Hey, Carlos. The other day there was a user that it said Carlos, only Carlos, and I noticed. I was like, this is not the same Carlos that I know, because he just came up and asked this random question about when he would have a girlfriend, and I was like, but Carlos wouldn't have asked something like that out of the blue, like that, you know? So I was like, oh, that's not the Carlos I know. That's not the same person. Um, it was odd. Hey, Samara. I bet this hour is going to be crazy because I usually don't connect at this hour. Yeah. And also, come on, people, like, be a bit more mindful about your questions, because there are some questions that you are like, really? Like, let's be respectful always to the idol, to the person that, the people or the person we are talking about. This is not, pulling cards is not a game, it's not a joke. So, you have to be mindful about the things that you want to know or you want to ask. We don't just pull cards. I don't just pull cards for just random questions. There has to be a purpose in the readings. Otherwise, I don't read. I couldn't connect to the lives. Um, to the lives because of college. Oh, okay. Yeah, random. Definitely, I can do a reading for Sana. Honestly, I don't read for health. I don't read for health things. I don't do it for idols, and I don't do it for people, because that's a very delicate subject. I believe that if you want to know about health, you should go see, a doctor, and I'm not near that. So, but of course, we can pull cards in general, yes, to see how she's doing, and also because we love Twice here, and it would be nice to pull cards for her. It's been a while, so yes, of course. How are you, Samara? How was the concert? Oh my! Today early in the morning, I tried to watch the replay, and the comments did came out, so I was able to read what you were saying when I couldn't read you during the live. So, hey, Anya. So, I was, but The good thing is that I already had the subjects that I was going to read for, so I didn't think that I was like wasting my time. Like actually, like I was able to get some readings out, so I'm glad I was able to do that. That's why today I'm also going to try to make it brief, so we can go straight to the questions, so I don't waste much time in case the comment section wasn't shut down like yesterday, which I hope it doesn't happen again, but you know. You can watch the replay random. Uh, you can you can go, and your request is saved, so you can watch it then when you are free. Remember that this is going to be saved as a live stream, not a regular video. Can you feel when BTS is most likely to marry a fan? That's like crazy requests. Yeah, honestly, Anya, I don't feel comfortable with that. With that, no, no. Honestly, like I don't, I don't see the value in the question. I know that probably fans want to know because they are curious, because they want, but for me, it's not a serious question. I think that an idol's private life and also an idol's dating history or the possibility of them dating or even getting married. Like getting married is a huge thing for an idol, and not all of them do it. So, and on top of that, you want to add the possibility of this being a fan that they marry. I don't find it like a valid question, honestly. I think that it doesn't add to your experience. I think that is actually very superficial question. Like I don't like to do readings like that. No. I mean, if they would go for it, if they would be with a fan or would start a relationship with a fan, I don't know. I guess that's their experience, but it's too personal, and also I don't know. Anything BTS related is very well guarded. It's not easy to get in contact with BTS, you know. And not to mention that individually they have their characters and their personalities. So for them to form a bond with a fan, them knowing that it's a fan, all the idols have trust issues, because a lot of them have been betrayed even by their own family members. So it's a complex question, and I think that is superficial. I know there's readers that do these kinds of readings, and they are like, oh yes, this member will, this probably not, this maybe yes, maybe no. I honestly think it's too shallow. Like no. Yeah, I know, but honestly, like from what I feel reading the question, I feel like it's out of proportion. It's like there's a lot of things around BTS. There's a lot of. It's not easy to get to them. So, and we don't know their actual situation. Maybe they already have someone. So, yeah, of course. No, and and I think that it's okay because I believe that each tarot reader comes up with a sort of dynamic, and sometimes because the fans ask, or maybe because there's a recommendation, some people are like, oh, okay, like you want to know about this? For me at the beginning, it was like this. I didn't know anything about other groups. I wasn't a multi fan still yet. So when someone was asking me, oh, I would like a dynamic reading between this and that, and I was like, okay, I was super excited to do it, And then when I pulled the cards, I was like, what is going on here? I don't see anything. Like, are you sure you want me to read for these two people? In my mind, it didn't make sense. And for the cards were also like nothing was in there, And so that's why I was like, oh, I have to be very much more selective about what I read. And from what I learned about BTS members is that they have a whole reality, they are apart from other groups. When we know this, but I mean it in a personal way. The members have their own priorities. Some of them may believe in marriage, some of them don't. Some of them may be good at relationships, the others don't. There's a lot of things. So, but honestly, a fan, I don't think so. For me, it's hard to get to them, honestly. And this is not about like the barrier that I was mentioning, or them having a lot of security, or a lot of people protecting them and their interest. There's a lot of people middling in when it comes to these guys. It's not that spontaneous as you would think to have a connection with them. You have to be very close to them to even be near the circle, because they are very well protected. And probably if they hang out with the same people. Even the staff remains the same people. They have a sort of routine around them. Sort of like if they were royals, there's a protocol to get in contact with BTS. So, and they also are guys that they know it. They know the rules, they know the protocols, and they follow it. Because they are very organized. They don't want their personal matters to ruin everything. So they are also very organized in that sense. So, I wouldn't pull cards for that subject. When it comes to shipping readings, I'm deleting the comments. I'm serious. Nothing against you all personally, but there's too many of you. Hey, Gia! This is off topic, but I was wondering if you have a bias in Enhypen. Oh, in Enhypen, probably, he's supposed to be my bias and I don't remember how to pronounce his name. It starts with an S. Hey, Hyper Jackson. It starts with an S. I know it's not Sonjan, but yeah, I've been told Suga's concert was amazing. I actually, I'm planning, because there could be there's a possibility of them showing it in the cinemas in here. But since the cinema that is in charge of that is very far away of my city, Sunghoon, yes, him, the double Sagittarius. I'm planning on buying the ticket from Weavers. You know that there's going to be an online, a live transmission of the concert that I believe is the last one, and it's going to be in Seoul. So that's what I'm planning to do. Yeah, because the one of the cinema, I would love to see it on the cinema, honestly. But this is shown in a place, in a cinema place that it's very far away from my city. So I will not be able to. I will have to travel like 4 hours to go to that cinema. So, yeah, I've been told it was very emotional. I've been told it's very, very emotional. My friend told me, she went and she told me that it was like that the songs were arranged like placed like one after the other, and that it seemed like it was like telling a story, and it was very emotional. So yeah, like I want to see it. I want to see it. Like definitely, I'm proud of Yoongi for what he had accomplished. Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad that the fans, the real the real Yoongi fans were able to have this moment with him. Because I know that there's BTS fans in general, and then I don't support solo stans, but from what I can say from experience is that Yoongi's fans, or the ones that have Jungi as a bias, are very different kind of people, are more deep, so I'm glad that they were able to have this very emotional connection with him in his concert, because that's Jungi's style, or Agusti style. Mm. Yes, yes. And also my friend was telling me that he was encouraging them, or asking the fans to keep hyping him up, during the concert, and he's like, please be loud, please, like I need your energy, guys, give me your energy, I feed off your energy. So he was spectacular in that sense. And my friend that she had been to other BTS concerts, and she was like, this one was different, because can you imagine myself being an introvert and being shouting and going all off, for the music, and being expressive, and she was telling me that she was able to do that because it was, because it was Jungi, and I think that that's also it's very healing, it's very healing. I know that from her experience, it was very important to get out of this. When you're an introvert, you usually are like an observer in life. You tend to watch other go crazy, and you are like, oh yeah, I'm enjoying myself, but I'm going to sit here. I'm okay, thank you. Like, I'm going to stay here. And since he was on fire, he was so energetic, and he was so raw, so in emotions, he was like, she was like, okay, I have to give him back this energy. It was the right moment. So I'm glad that they have that. I'm glad that they have that. Man, you will be shocked. My introverted self shook a tail feather at the TXT concert. Oh, I'm glad, Samara. I'm glad. I would want to watch. I would want to see TXT. But if they record it, I would be watching as well. I love these guys. I love it. It's not easy in them, and I'm glad that they have their fandom that really appreciate them for what they are, for who they are. Did you see them in good condition, Samara, while they were performing? Oh, okay. And there was, because I saw some TikToks about KCON in Japan. So yeah, all the idols are actually pretty busy these days. And not to mention, of course, the comebacks and the albums. Oh, I'm glad. Yes, Juno and Sakura MC. And I cannot believe that you went already, because remember that we were talking about it a few months ago and we were like, oh yeah, I'm going to go, and I don't know, I had the perception that it was going to be very far away, like a few months, and all of a sudden you went, like. Did you go and visit your mom? Because I know you mentioned family, so but I don't know who or what side of your family. Yeah. You must be tired. You must be really tired. Did you take pictures, Samara? I mean, if you can share some or in a specific one, if you would want to, we would love to see it on Discord. But I don't know, maybe, there are people that are just excited and then don't take pictures, which I would too. Like, that's why maybe I would go with a friend or someone that can take pictures for me, because I would want to be like having fun instead of taking pictures. But I'm old school, I'm old school. I'm from the generation that, yes, we had cameras, but we didn't bring them like uh, live, like on a live concert. Okay, yeah, it's okay. It's okay. That's what I was saying, because I know that there are people that feel the need, they have to have a picture. They just want to save the moment like this. But for me, I think that it's better to save it in your own self. You like recognizing the euphoria, the whole excitement in your body, in your mind, the sounds, everything about it, to connect. If I get to see Hypen on their next tour, probably I won't take any photos either. I want to live in the moment. Yes, exactly, Gia. Yes. Yes, do that. I mean, I know, I mean, you have your camera just in case, But I don't know, I would probably take pictures before, or, um, but then while I'm in there, I don't know. Like, because it's precious and and time flies in there. Because when you're having fun and when you're absorbing this whole experience, time flies. So, and some people get too obsessed, like, oh, I have to record this, or I have to do a live to show you that I'm here. There's something about that. I think that it has to do with the influencers kind of thing, that is this need to record everything so you can replay it and show it to people on the internet. And it's like, if you went to the concert and you have fun and it was a meaningful experience, like there's no need to share it with others. Like as long as you know that you had fun and that it was great, that's all you need. You know, I think that sometimes people are too focused on the exterior side of like, oh, I have to take this picture to show others that I've been here. You know, that I was here, that I bought this ticket, that I bought this experience, that I am in this pretty place. But yeah, but did you enjoy it? Like really? Were you aware of how lucky you were having that experience? Like, did you connect with what was going on, or were you so worried about your camera? Honestly, yeah. And to be honest, guys, I don't know. This is here in my country, and I believe that probably in other parts of Latin America, you know, being hanging out all the time with the phone recording and doing vlogs is something that you have to be very careful because you can get your phone stolen. Your phone or your camera. So, you know, I would advise people if you come here to be very careful because you can be having the time of your life recording everything and then, you know, get your camera stolen. So I prefer to be like, you know, uh, to be wary of those things, to be a bit distrustful and not. Vanessa, can you read on Itzy's energy because I'm worried of their overwork? Ah, okay. Did they have the comeback already? Or did they have a comeback? Because if they did, I didn't see it. I believe I saw something of them, but I'm not sure if that's a comeback. I'm not sure. One time Hypen mentioned that they saw a fan who was just enjoying the music and dancing. She wasn't taking photos. They were really, really surprised and happy. They say they never seen that before. Yeah, yeah. Because actually that's why sometimes, you know, I did mention this the other day, that these pictures of these TikToks about these people being like, oh, in high school, no one noticing me. But then, you know, and they show a picture or show a video of NCT Mark looking at their way or an idol looking at their way and smiling. And you know, and they are like, oh, he was looking at me or he was checking me out. And it's like, how is he supposed to check you out if you are with the phone over your head? Like, all he can see is flashing lights. A lot of phones around you. You know, I don't understand. I honestly don't understand. The one that I can say that for example, NCT and NCT Dream, they did watch. It was these two girls that in their concert they were wearing these neon green lights. That they made this with the lights. They made like they had a suit, but they arranged all the lights. So it seemed like their bodies were like this dancing this dancing figure, and there were two of them like doing perfectly the choreography, and it looks so fun on camera because their bodies were shining and they looked like small skeletons with green light. It was so creative, and they got their screen time. They even the cameras were pointing at them, and they were so cute because they were like, oh, the camera is pointing at us, and they started dancing in synchronicity. So that's the kind of fun that you're like, that's a real a real fun, because it's not just like, oh, I'm dressing cute so this idol can look at me and check me out. No, it's about like, I'm going to put all these things or these lights on my body, and I'm going to dance, and I'm going to be funny and show them that that we are here representing them and dancing. And also not only being entertaining for the idol, but also being entertaining for the people that saw them. You know, it's like you are like, wow, these girls definitely deserve the screen time. Definitely, they deserve to be noticed by them because the originality. I mean, I don't know if this was done in another concert. I have no idea, guys, but it was great. I love to see it. Like every time a video of them comes up, and actually a lot of people recorded them. They became famous, actually. They said they were going to have Japanese comeback, but nothing has happened. I think they're going to have a Korean comeback because the members dyed their hair. Ah, okay. Ah, okay. And do you know something about the Twice Japanese unit? Oh, because remember that they were also announced that they were going to have a debut, but we still haven't heard from it. But it makes sense. The girls are working. You know, like we cannot, yeah, Misamo, we cannot expect them to, to be NCT 2.0. Oh my. Okay, guys, I'm going to start because otherwise I don't want to. Yeah, they're like the free goddesses of Japan. Yeah, definitely. I'm going to start because I don't want to take too much time of your Sunday. I want you to also to have to rest and enjoy your Sunday. So I'm going to start with the readings. I'm happy that the comments are here. You have no idea how bad and awkward it was for me to notice that the comments weren't there. I swear. But I did came live to just to see if this error comes up again. I have just taken a screenshot of it. Hello, Gabby. How are you? Thank you for joining. Okay, let's begin with Taeyong solo because people of the community wanted to know about him. I know I did pull cards for him a few weeks ago, but this is about his solo in particular. Let's see how he's going to go. Oh my. Why are they so jumpy, the cards? Okay. Okay. Taeyong for his solo he got Nine of Cups, Wheel of Fortune, Seven of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, and then NCT Taeyong. And from the Oracle he got Venus in Gemini, Flattery. I believe he has Venus in Gemini, so it's interesting. Honestly, all the cards that he had are very lucky. Honestly, are very like, and also I think that there's a lot of love for Taeyong's solo, for Taeyong's work. I think that also he feels satisfied with how things were like made. I believe that he was involved, he was very much involved, but what's most important is that he, oh, hi, Hope. Um, don't worry. We started like 30 minutes ago, and I'm just starting with the readings now. So you're not late. I'm reading for NCT Taeyong solo. And honestly, I think that this is very satisfying for him because he's like, okay, I got it the way I wanted it. So I think that probably he was very much involved and he was a bit insistent on, I want it to be this way. I don't know if Taeyong had another solo projects or work. I have no idea. But this time it seems to be different. This time it seems like he was able to negotiate more things. So there's a sense of like, okay, I feel like this came out the way I wanted it. But also this feeling of satisfaction, it's also something that since we have the Wheel of Fortune, it can change. He can go through a period of like, oh, now I'm satisfied. Oh, now I think I should have waited a bit longer, or I don't know, I wanted a certain result and I'm not getting it. Or they're asking me to be patient about certain reactions and I don't want to be patient. There's a sense of like, I don't know, maybe he wanted more time to work on this because he has the Seven of Cups, so seven of Pentacles. So it's about like, oh, like maybe for him, he's like, oh, this came out like I wish I had more time. Like if it was for me, I would have invested a bit more of time. So he's a bit um, he's changed. His mood changes a lot from I'm satisfied to, oh, I could have taken more time to fix this. It's like, oh, but then he ends with the Ace of Cups. So there's a lot of love and respect for Taeyong. Definitely Taeyong has the love and support of a lot of people. So definitely, I think that this is very similar to when I read for Jimin solo. That Jimin was also very like worried or maybe being like too much in his mind and being like, oh, I don't know if this is going to come out okay. Like I'm not sure. Like I have no idea. Like I don't feel that I should have done more. And I feel like also for Taeyong is like, wow, I wish I could, I wish I could have more time. And also he's like, he wanted more time, but at the same time, he's a bit like he wants results right now. Like, I don't know if the audience is going to take a while for the audience to connect with his work, but at the end, even if the audience takes a while to somehow like, I don't know, to say if they like it or not, with the Ace of Cups, it's like a success, but it's like, I love you and appreciate everything that you do. But there's a sense of like duality and also of mood swings and honestly being a bit like on the edge of your seat, and being like, oh, do they like it? Like, what do they think? Why are they taking so long to react to it? Him being a bit like impatient, so yeah, that could be. But I think that the result and the reactions are going to be very. But honestly, I think that probably it has to do also with money. I don't know why, but since we have the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Cups is an emotional card. It's an emotional beginning. It's like you have everyone's love and acceptance and admiration, but I don't know, maybe he wanted or he would prefer like something that has to do with money, or a certain number. but what he gets is love and support, everything very emotional. But it's contradictory. It's contradictory because he is a guy that he himself is emotional. So I think that him knowing that he's supported because he's loved is something that makes him happy. He's like, okay, they love me, they really want me to do well. But at the same time, I don't know if maybe from the financial side, he's also expecting some numbers. Or he wants to do well in numbers. Or he wants to receive, I don't know, something monetary, something that has to do with money, something tangible. I don't know. He's a bit like confusing. Like I think he's going to do great, but I think that it's confusing the way he deals with the public's reaction. It's like from one side he's like, oh, I'm happy that I'm loved, and from other side it's like, oh, like I wanted something else or I wanted more. And so, and also here see with Venus in Gemini, the card of flattery. And this is something that I mentioned when I pulled card for him the other time when I pulled cards for Taeyong. I did say something about this, about flattery, about actually him being a bit confused about his own value. It's like, do these people really value me? Like, am I really like this important because they see and acknowledge my talent? Or are they just being too nice with me? Or are they being too positive with me? Or just being flattering and just being double-faced with me? So he does wonder about that. Do they really appreciate me or like what's going on in here? This is something that I got for Taeyong, that the other live that I did, I pulled cards for him, and it's about people creating this sort of like a speech around him, to always like pat him on the shoulder and be like, oh, you done well, it seems like toxic positivity, so he's like this, he's like this. He's like, oh, I should be satisfied. I should be like enjoying the process and enjoying the result because I work really hard and I feel proud of myself. But at the same time, there's something that makes me feel unease. And that it has to do that maybe the results are not represented, are not representing, the numbers are not representing what they should be representing. Have I done well or have I done average? Maybe he wants to do like better, not average, he knows he has the support, but he's like, are you guys like rating my work because of how you like it, or are you rating it because I'm NCT's leader? It's like what's in there? And he's been asking him, he's been wondering about flattery, about that flattery tendency in his life. Like, guys, are you being too nice with me? Like, are you being too pleasant with me? Are you hiding something? He's like, there's something in him that he's like the Cancer guy that he senses a bit of hypocrisy in the air, and this is something that he is beginning to bother him. Is beginning to bother him. Probably in the past he was like, oh no, I didn't care. Yes, I would put a smile on my face and I would just move on. But now he's like, I don't know how to feel about this. Hey, Sinful. Okay, let's move on with Girls' Generation Yoona. That there was someone that said that that she had her birthday or that she's going, that her birthday is going to be soon. I don't know. But yeah, let's see. For Yoona. Is Yoona in a relationship with someone? Does anyone know if she's in a relationship with someone? I think that she went through something. She's slowly like recovering from something, from yeah, she's slowly like recovering from a from a heartache, from she is slowly like getting out of this, of this feeling of I'm tired, I'm tired, I went through a lot, I went through a lot, and I think that is mentally. Definitely, if she's a Gemini, it makes a lot of sense. That her mind, sometimes it gets, she has so many memories in her mind, She has a lot of experiences from the past stuck in her unconscious, that she suffered a lot. I think that she suffered a lot. But she has the Six of Wands, so slowly she's like recovering. Slowly she's like overcoming a lot of this disappointment, and feeling betrayed and having this other people's opinion in her mind, and feeling like she couldn't get out of. Maybe she had this immense feeling of sadness. When you cannot get out of that train of thought, when you cannot get out and you're always like very, very down, you're always very, I wouldn't say depressed, but you definitely feel like defeated, like tired, and you cannot stop thinking. And, but slowly she's moving on. She's moving on. Um, yeah, I honestly think that probably she moves on because I think that she feels like she has the duty of being the sunshine. I don't know if she have like a Leo moon, or a placement in Leo, because there's something about her like being this golden child, or being this very famous and prestige person that she's supposed to be perfect, and I think that this is where this comes from, because this is what's going on inside her mind, and this is her past suffering. This is what people don't see. People actually, what they see is this. They see her like this very, like, a spectacular person, that she shines, that she's beautiful, that she's perfect, that everything she does is golden, everything she touches turns to gold, and that she's like this star, like, how here comes the star, or here comes this, and actually I think that she has been feeling lonely for a while, despite of having a lot of success, because I think that when you see this, it's like she had been lucky, like, and I'm not saying lucky like in the sense of I got lucky, but I think that she had probably in her professional life she had a lot of like good choices. She made good choices, or she participated of projects that were really lucky. And I believe that probably this year, it could be that she's going to have another success in her career. So I wonder if she's going to be working on something that is going to give her, again, put her on the spotlight and put her on this very more like happy vibe. And I think that it all this happiness, or all this happy vibe, and recovery comes hand in hand with this guy, with this person, this King of Swords. This King of Swords, it could be a co-star, It could be a friend, it could be a colleague, but definitely it's someone that has the ability of the word, of the speech, the ability to speak up, the ability to talk to her and have deep conversations with her about what's going on with her. And also I pulled a card to clarify him, and I got the Four of Swords in reverse. So I feel that he's the kind of guy that he's like, you have to wake up. Like, you have to wake up of this sort of numbness that you feel, that yes, you don't want to think too much, you don't want to be in your head all the time, you want to stop the pain, you want to stop overthinking, but at the same time, you cannot be laying down like this all your life. Like, you have to talk about certain things, or you have to wake up and face certain truths. And also, and also I think that it could have to do with work at the same time, with him being like, okay, we are working together on this, so come on, get up. Like, get up, let's go to work. Like, I always say that this is the hiatus card. So if this was in reverse, it would be like, okay, there's no resting time in here, no time to take a nap. Like, let's go. Let's go back to work. But also, she got the card of empathy, moon in Pisces. So, see, this is what she needs, and this is what she's going to get with this guy. She's going to get the possibility to empathize, to get empathy from someone, to be able to speak about things that are very difficult for her to process on her own. Definitely it's important for her to talk to someone about her mental state, or about it. Maybe she has, I don't know, nightmares, or maybe she cannot sleep well, because honestly, when I see like what's available for her, the sun is here, and the six of wands is here. So when it comes to her physical body or her everyday life, success is here. Success, and also a very publicized life, like somehow her life is very much for the audience to see, or she's very praised, and she's like this role model, or I don't know, people to see her like this sun, like the person that is too perfect, or that she just has this ability to be number one, or to be. She's different, on the exterior she looks successful, but on the inside she needs empathy. She needs someone that can truly care for her, and I think that she will with this person. Either it could, I don't know, because it doesn't say that it's a romantic situation, but it could be the beginning of a connection, or a colleague. Yoona will always be famous. Korea loves her. Yeah, there's this sense of, putting her on a pedestal. But I think that she doesn't forget certain things. That, of course, it has to do with fame, so only the people involved knows what's going on. But I'm glad that she's getting empathy, because I think that also empathy is, maybe it has to do with her also owning her own experience, and probably her keep being this role model, but talking and speaking about the struggles of being herself, so she can be a role model for others, and use her fame to promote this empathy, to promote empathy for others as well. I think that she has a very interesting story to tell. She definitely has a very interesting life. So I don't know, but she needs to talk about it. She needs to talk about it. She could be promoting empathy as well. If she allows herself to heal, I think that she could learn from that, but also use it to inspire others to do the same. Because she's definitely moving on. She's definitely she's been victorious. She's getting out of that. But I think that it's great to also, to acknowledge that she went through the struggles. It's not that she always wakes up and is this perfect person and nothing affects her. No, actually she's human and she has problems like we all do. Okay, I'm going to move on to Sana. Twice, Sana. I'm sorry guys if I'm shouting. Do you notice if I'm being too loud on my voice? Because I'm actually deaf. I have been having like some hearing problems because I've been using my headphones a lot. So I've been having like some problems in my ear. So I cannot hear very well. So am I shouting? Am I being too loud? Can you tell? Okay, thank you. Yeah, because I have this sound. When your ear, it cover is like stuck. Well, that's okay for Sana. Actually, for Sana, she got very well. She got very good cards. I don't know what this person saw. Um, Seven of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, the Lovers, Ace of Wands, a lot of beginnings and very exciting. And she got the cards of Mercury in Gemini, excitement. I was going to say this. It seems like she's very excited to start something. I don't see something wrong with her. Honestly, I honestly see that she could make or having to make better decisions, because even though she is very successful and everything that she starts is going to be a success, I think that here with the Lovers, it's like, okay, like you have to make up your mind. You cannot do everything, and honestly, I think that this year is going to be very, very beneficial for her. Definitely, she had been patient about something, like probably working on this new unit with the other Japanese members of Twice, and she's like being patient. She's waiting for that opportunity. She had been working for that, and then they have the Ace of Pentacles, so they're going to do great. Then we have the Lovers. That the Lovers is like, probably is like this duality about like, okay, what do you want to do? Like you cannot do everything and all at once, And with the Ace of Wands, this is a passionate beginning, but I think that it's also letting her know that it's about energy. It's about energy, Probably she's not noticing that she's maybe too accelerated, she's too excited, or she's too, too like going on automatic, and being like, okay, I have to do this, and then I have to do this, and I have to start this, and it's about, you have to slow down because you cannot be great at both, you're human, you're not perfect, but I think that she waited a long time for this opportunity. So, as I said, I think she was emotional because the concert was in her native city. Yeah, I don't see. Actually, I don't see any card that indicates that she's not okay. And honestly, I don't see emotional cards neither. So she's not. She's very like concentrated on on the future projects, her mind is very, it's like she's also on the rush. I don't know why, because I tried to clarify the Ace of Wands and I got the Two of Wands. So, she's very much focused on what's next. What's next? I want to do it. What's next? Where are we going? When are we going? Yeah, but it's because she's seen the results of the hard work. She's seen the results, she's satisfied. For her, this is important. And for her, it's actually a very exciting moment in her life. So, yes, she's been ambitious. And yes, she's like, okay, I'm ready. I'm not tired. I have no headache, no nothing, and also here, with the excitement, she's very excited. She cannot wait to tell others about it. She cannot wait to show others about this new experience, this new beginning. She definitely is very she's very energized. She's like on the clouds. She's like maybe, yeah, like I say, maybe too excited. Maybe she's like, she will have to slow down a bit, because she's like too excited. She's like too because there's a lot of things going on at the same time, and she's thinking about her future, she's thinking about the results, she's thinking about her career. Um, yeah, yeah, and I also I got another from the oracle. She got the card of Sun in Aries, assertion. So it's about being assertive, and she's not going to stop because it's her energy. She's feeling like this year. I believe she always had been like this, but I think that now is the moment for action for her. And I think that she's like very much involved in this. She's ready. She's thinking about it. She's like, okay, I have to make it. I have to make it. I waited a long time. I have to make it. We have to make it. you know so yeah, but I understand maybe she's too excited, but yeah, I mean, she got Aries, so maybe it's her energy. And maybe if she does get emotional, it's because of all the energy that she has on herself. um, because it's tough. It's tough to when you are a person that you are very passionate, or that you have this high energy all the time. They have this thing that they cannot go down. They don't have that. This is the kind of people that are like, okay, I will take a rest when I die. Something like that. These very hardworking people that they just don't know how to chill. They don't know, and you better do not tell them how to live their lives or how to, regulate their energies. They don't know how to do it. They don't want to do it. So. Oh yes, we should do a VC. Yay, yay! I agree. Yeah, yeah, but also she's in this very competitive and also very ambitious kind of side. It's like she got the ace, the ace of pentacles, the ace of wands. So it's the mix of her two elements. Okay, I'm going to move on to Itzy. Let's see how Itzy is doing. Yeah, but it would be great to hear from you. I'm a bit deaf still, but I guess I can just like I will not like plug in the headphones. I will put it on speaker and I will listen to you guys, and I will be talking, of course. I had to get new eardrops because actually I noticed that the ones that I was using were expired. They were from 2020. From 2020. They were they were they were expired. Itzy. The cards are very jumping today. Um, Ten of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, the High Priestess, Knight of Swords. And from the Oracle, they got Jupiter in Scorpio, manipulation. So, honestly, I think that they have a stable dynamic in the sense that because we have the Ten of Pentacles, so definitely there's a lot of like stability. They have this community. They have this. They are like a, a family. You know, they have they have their very established relationship. But there's something going on in here with a member in particular that I believe that is represented by this Queen of Swords. It could be an earth sign. There's something about this female that she is not feeling very well. Actually, it's not that she's not going through nothing about mental health. No, but I think that she's like she's coming to the realization that she doesn't care about the stability that they had in the past. Like I don't know if maybe the Ten of Pentacles can represent this. Oh, because we are part of this company and because, we had built this with the group here in this company or here in this place and we have done it like this and we have built this routine together. I think that she feels like she has secrets or she has some things that she had been keeping inside. And she's like, there's a lot of secrets that I know. Because we have the High Priestess in here. So she's looking at the High Priestess. She's like, I don't know if it's a secret about the company. I think that it's a secret about her. It's something that it has to do with her own feminine side. I feel like she feels like she's this Queen of Swords, like she's this very strong energy, like she could be a leader or she has a lot of potential, but she's not being appreciated, and she's like, I've been hiding so much. I had been like, I had been keeping these secrets. I have these secrets. But you know what? I honestly don't think that it's about her telling others her secrets. I think that this could be someone coming for her. I think that this could be someone spilling a secret or they could have a secret together. She's looking at the High Priestess. That is, is like something sacred, something, a mystery. And he's also looking at the High Priestess. So I think that they have a secret in common. And definitely if you notice that she's represented by the Queen of Swords, there's this sense of maturity. Definitely she is a queen, she is in her throne. She is a leader. And him instead is a knight. Is someone that probably he doesn't care much about the rules, he maybe when he opens his mouth he's too verboratic, or he's too honest, or he just, when he feels attacked, he starts talking and spilling the tea. And I think that is like, the two of them holding their sword, the two of them holding their truths about this that they have. So I wonder if this is like a rumor, or this is something that they are like, we cannot keep this a secret anymore. And it definitely affects, the stability, that if they are part of the group has a stability, the group is prosperous. But she's not looking at the prosperity, she's looking at the future. She's like, like I couldn't care less about the things that I have, like she somehow wants to break free from the routine of like, oh yes, I'm supposed to call this my home, I'm supposed to call this my place, my family, but actually she's looking at herself, because also the high priestess is about acknowledging, going inwards and acknowledging your truth about yourself. This is a very spiritual card. I don't know if it's that they have a relationship, or that they know things about each other, but yeah, there's like a secret could be like revealed. I'm going to clarify this Knight of Swords. Yeah, the Knight of Swords, he got the Ace of Wands. So he's someone that, honestly, I don't know, he wants a passionate beginning with her. He's very fiery, he's very passionate, he's very manly, he's maybe a toxic masculine. He's like, okay, we have to say this, we have to, he doesn't think, he just acts, and she's a bit much more mature, obviously. Yeah, she wants to keep everything under control, but I don't know. And then they got the card of manipulation. So there could be some manipulation, like, okay, I'm going to spill the tea about you if you don't do what I want. There's something in here. But this is a situation between the two of them. This is a situation that is personal, that even the nature is not what you think, because the High Priestess is in here. This is not a card of emotions and a romance. It's something about a secret, something that you're not supposed to know, or actually that for her is very sacred, that she doesn't, maybe she told him, and there's manipulation in there. So, but I think that he's like very attracted to her, or he wants to make things happen faster with her. So he's like manipulating her. He's like pushing her. It's like, okay, like between a member and the staff. Yeah, maybe. Or it could be like a member and a trainee, for example. I don't know, someone of the opposite sex that could potentially be an idol, but I don't think it's is from established group. It could be like, someone that is beginning, or is a sort of trainee. There has been a rumor of Yoona wanting to leave the group. Yeah, sometimes they pressure them to not change company. Yeah. But the person is very aggressive. It's very aggressive. It's like, I don't know, it's very, and I think that is a toxic masculine, it's not someone that understands her, I can ask if there's a member wanting to leave the group. There could be someone. Yeah. There could be someone that wants to leave. We got Six of Pentacles. It's like, I want a fair payment. Like, give me what I want. Like, give me what I deserve. And also we have the card of the Devil. That is about an attachment. You know, it's like, I cannot set myself free. Because I don't know if maybe there's threats. And then we have the card of Mars in Libra, choice. Definitely this person is like balancing the possibility, the choice. The possibility to have a choice. But I honestly think that it's going to be nasty if this is, because one side or the other is going to demand something that is going to piss the other one off, you know. But I think that, yeah, there could be a member that wants to, yeah. There could be a member that wants to leave. That also is like looking at other options, you know. It's like, okay, what would I want to do if I leave? You know, like what? Because it's about a fair treatment or payment. I believe that it's about payment, honestly. The Six of Pentacles for me is like, come on, like I want this to be fair. Like, give me my part, my share. But, you know, with the Devil in there, there's a lot of manipulation. So I don't know. I think that they will twist things for them and they will not let them go, you know. They will not let them go, you know, if there's a price. There's something in there, you know. It's like, maybe they could let this person go but not paying them, you know, or not paying them what they deserve. Okay, guys, do you have any more questions? Because I'm done with the readings that I had written down. But it gives me, I mean, I don't want to take it like literal. It gives me air sign vibe. And this is a very intelligent female. It's very intelligent. Hwasa? Okay. Wow. This is another one that has she changed, like companies or something like that? Another one with the company? Or she's better with the company that she's in? Or does she want to change companies? Hwasa? Felix? Ateez comeback. Didn't I pull cards for Ateez comeback? I think I did. But I can pull cards. Well, with Hwasa I have the Hierophant, Ten of Pentacles, the Empress, a lot of prosperity, and the Death card. And then from the oracle, she got the card of Mars in Pisces, escape. So, like, there's something about Hwasa that I think that everything is very stable, is very, like, I think that she's a very well-established person, and honestly, that she's doing very well, like financially, and actually, she's also feeling very well, like when it comes to um, when it comes to her self-esteem, you know, I believe that Wasa is someone that we know that because of her, you know, how, you know, for me, she represents the Empress energy. You know, she's this very strong feminine energy. That she's just very radiant. She's very prosperous. She's very, this very raw feminine. And honestly, when I see the death card in here, I feel like she wants a change. If she hasn't had the change, she wants a change. I don't know what is it about her. I don't know what she wants actually. But you know, we also have from the oracle, we also have the card of Mars in Pisces, escape. So somehow, yeah, she has all this success in here, but there's a need to escape. There's a need to escape all this. Like, I'm tired of being seen as glamorous and successful. Like, I want to escape a bit. I don't know if she wants to escape. Yeah. 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 She had been having like some arguments with people. I wonder if she had like a boyfriend or a relationship and she broke up with that person, or she had this very nasty breakup, and she has to start over all over emotionally, and she also has the hermit. So I think that she will want to be left alone for a while, you know, going on hermit mode. And then we have Mars in Pisces, that is escape. So this is about her not being on the spotlight, you know, not being on the spotlight, definitely. So oh, yeah, yeah, I'm sorry, Carlos. Air. I'm sorry, I said airs. Yes, I suck at when I have to pronounce air placements or earth placements, I say it awfully. So yeah, no, it's confusing with my accent. Apologize. Um, but yeah, I think that Wasa is like, you know, everything is cool, everything is great, but I want to escape. Like maybe she's going to have a breakup or something with someone, or with someone that is very important to her, you know, like a discussion. And she will be like, you know, but also when you see the death card in there, it's going to be very unexpected, you know, somehow maybe her routine is going to be interrupted, you know. This is a change that just comes, I would say it comes out of nowhere, because usually the card of, she says she doesn't plan to have any music out this year. Yeah, she has a need to go inward. She has a need to put an end to an era that actually is very successful, because she got very successful cards, very successful cards. But with the death, it's like, I want transformation. Like, I've been there, I done it, I done well. Now I want to start all over. And I want to somehow, like, you know, I honestly, because she also I got the Five of Swords when I tried to clarify the death card. So she could have a disagreement with someone, you know, someone very close to her or very important to her, you know, so she saw herself feeling a bit hurt by these discussions, and also like wanting to retreat because of this, you know, not being in the mood of being in front of cameras. I done a reading for B. Let us slide. Okay, let's pull some cards for Felix. Felix, Felix. Yeah, I did the last live that it was the last weekend when I pulled cards for JK. I also pulled cards for B because someone was asking for B. I don't know if it was you, the same person, but someone was asking for B as well. Guys, I always think about these people that ask things that I've done before. Like, I don't know how you find my channel or, how the process is, but usually I upload almost every day. There's a live of yesterday where I pulled some cards for Jennie and Jungkook. So yes, it's available on my channel. So I would appreciate if you check out my channel before asking things. And no friendship readings I will not do because, a friendship reading is a very, profound connection to call someone a friend. What I did yesterday was a dynamic reading because they were at the same Calvin Klein's event. I did it yesterday, so you can check out that. But for now, that's all I'm going to do for these two because of this brief, I wouldn't say encounter, it was a brief situation where they were in the same place. But yeah, it's in my channel. Sometimes I wonder, I do some self-reflection and I notice that, for example, there are some people that do readings and they probably don't upload, I don't know, they do one in 3 months. And I'm not talking about the huge channels, but I'm talking about the K-pop community. They do one reading for I don't know, once every 6 months, and they get a lot of views. And me, that I usually tend to be very much updated on what's going on in the K-pop community, and I try to read for the important things or things that I find that actually it can help you guys to somehow open your perception about, what does the tarot has to say about this. But when I do it, usually it has 0 views. It's not that it has 0 views, but I mean that it's not that popular. So sometimes I wonder, do I upload too often? Am I too nice that I upload too often? I don't know. I just love reading, but I was saying for the person that requested at the beginning, I usually take it very seriously, and I'm very selective about what I read on. Because I also want to take care of my own energy. I don't want to read on superficial things. I want to remain respectful. Right, they be asking to redo reading, and I think that'd be rude. Yeah, because they don't know how tarot works. They don't know that actually when you pull cards for someone or something, you have to let time pass for that situation to develop. You have to let time pass for that interpretation to take place, to take, you have to let life unfold. You have to go. You get a reading, you get the interpretation, you get the answer, and you move on. You don't go like thinking like, oh, you said to me today, you said this to me. Can you pull more cards tomorrow to see if something different comes up? No, don't insist on the same subject because the cards had already said what they meant to be said, you know. And since I'm not sensationalist, I tend to not exaggerate things. My message is pretty clear. But I understand that if there are people that are not very mature to understand that a tarot reading is not a Wattpad fanfic, you know. Hey, Maruska. I'm going to pull cards for Felix. And I'm also like educating a bit some people that just don't know what my channel is about, and they ask for things that I read already for. So yeah, here I am in this condition. What's going on with Felix? I'm sorry guys, I'm going to take this off because since I have, look, my ear is red. Since I have like trouble in my ears, these earrings are too heavy. What's going on with Felix? Why are all these vibes in here? I mean, I'm sorry. I mean, we start with the ace. We start with the Ace of Cups. So definitely we start with the Ace of Cups. This is an emotional beginning. This is a very emotional moment for him. Probably, you know, there's a lot of feelings of fullness. You know, when you feel like your heart, you know, is full of emotions because you feel the love, you feel loved. Everything that he's going to experience, even though it could be his career, there's a lot of emotionality. You know, he really gives from his heart to the fans, and he also receives a lot of love from the fans. So it's like a retribution. You know, it's like a sort of like feedback. You know, he's full because he receives and he gives. You know, but this cup, it's always available for him. You know, these feelings, these emotions. It's like he's open to receive, and at the same time he's like, okay, I know that this that we are going through, I don't know, as a group, is very emotional. So, you know, I'm ready to if I have to cry, I will cry, or if I have to, you know, if I have to show my vulnerable side, I will show it, and if I have to laugh and cry because of happiness and because I'm very touched inside, I'm going to do it, you know, like being very, you know, having no filter. But then we have the Five of Wands and the Five of Pentacles. So in here I want to know, like, what's going on with the members? What's going on with Felix? And I wouldn't say the members. I would say it has to do with someone in the group. I think that honestly he feels a bit tired because honestly they had been putting a lot of energy, a lot of willpower, a lot of effort, physical effort, a lot of hard work, and they don't. And he feels like this, you know. He feels like, okay, what I do is meaningless, you know. Like somehow I feel like I have to beg to get things, you know, or to get, I don't know, I feel like I don't belong here. Like sometimes he has these feelings of inadequacy, you know, where he feels like he doesn't he doesn't belong. You know, there are moments where he's like, this industry is too harsh for me. This industry is too harsh for my heart. He's actually a very open person. You know, he's someone that he's very authentic about, you know, when he's passionate about a new comeback or a new activity. He doesn't fake it. This is his heart, and he feels very fulfilled when he connects with others. But at the same time, it's like for him sometimes there are some protocols or there are some things that he gets disappointed, and he's like, oh my God, we worked really hard for this, and I feel like I'm not recognized. Like I am not, they don't value me. Like they don't value us. Honestly, I don't think, I said that it could be a member, but honestly, it could be a CEO as well because we have the emperor in here. So the emperor is about, you know, it could be like an authority, um, um, an authority figure, you know, someone being very authoritative on them, you know, and him feeling a bit tired of that, you know, him feeling like, you know, like I really don't like you anymore. I feel like he's very like frustrated with this situation, you know. I think that he tries to remain uh, positive, or he tries to remain like in a very professional kind of way, but he's like, you know, sometimes I wonder what's the point of everything that I do. Like I wonder if I am not here, if they're going to remember me, you know. And I think that this is about, you know, the emperor also is, I feel like he feels it like a giant uh, weight on like someone stepping on his back, you know, and being like, you are mine, or, you know, you belong to us, or you are, um, you have to do what I say, you know, because I am the authority here. So he feels like, you know, I don't feel so good sometimes. I feel like I put a lot of effort and I don't have any recognition. You know, so I feel like there are moments where he tries to cover that insatisfaction. He's like, oh, I try not to let it show, but he's disappointed at some CEO or authority. You know, he's like, I don't like it how you do things. I don't like it. I actually don't like you. You know, he's like, I don't like the way you manage things. Like, And then we have the card of Mars in Leo. And does Felix have Mars in Leo? I believe he does. Or is it Venus in Leo that he has? But again, this is the card of Mars in Leo, egotism. So this is about someone being very egotistic, someone being like very much on their ego, and like, you know, brushing their authority in front of his eyes, you know, and being like, oh, you have to do what I say because I am the one, that I am the you know, the greatest person in here. I am famous, or I am, I don't know, I'm the one that matters. You don't matter. You choose are one of the guys, you know. So I think that he feels, if you notice, he has these moments where he feels like he's disconnected, is because he has a sort of like, there's something about an authority figure that he just doesn't trust anymore. He's like, like, I don't, like he will not say anything because he didn't get cards that indicate a sort of like communication, or, you know, like, okay, I'm going to go and have this interaction with this person to let them know. No, he's like, he sees this person as inaccessible, you know, someone that is not accessible, you know, someone that it's not that you can go and be like, have a conversation, like, and be a real conversation, you know, like, oh, I'm really seeing this, because probably because of the power play, or maybe if this person is older, there's a lot of protocols, and this person already has like this sort of power that you cannot just go knock on his door and be like, oh, I have, I've been feeling like this, and I would want you to change your ways or the way you talk to us, He's like, no, no. Libra, Venus, Leo, Mars. Uh-huh. Yeah, but I don't know why, he got the cards of Leo Mars. That is about egotism. But honestly, I don't think that he is the egotistic one. I don't think he is the one that is egotistic. But definitely, since it matches his energy, because he is a Leo Mars. There's something about the others power or the others like exuding power or exuding popularity or being egotistic that it's also like it's mirroring his own energy, probably he doesn't acknowledge it, but it's like, when you see the shadow, when you see your shadow in someone else's behavior, and you are like, oh, I don't know why this person gets on my nerves. I hated the way they act, or I hate the way they behave. But you don't realize that maybe what you don't like about that person is what you don't like about yourself. It's just that it's easier to see it on someone else than to say it, oh, maybe I am being egotistic myself. So I think that this is something about him having a trouble with people that show egotistic side. And also is letting him know that he has the potential of eventually developing an egotistic self. Because we all have an ego, and I think that because of a lot of placements that Felix has, his moon in Aries, now we were talking about his Mars in Leo, there's a lot about him that eventually he's going to have to face, that he's much more into himself, or he's much more into developing an individualistic kind of self eventually. Maybe there's a part of him that he's like, no, I'm just one of the guys. I'm very humble and chill. Him being this Virgo energy and being like, no, I'm just here chilling. I just don't want to stand out that much, because I'm one of the guys. But his Mars, the fire in his chart, the Leo Mars, the Aries moon, is like knocking on his unconscious, and he's like, are you sure? Are you sure that's all your ambition? That's all your ambition, to be part of a group? Or maybe are you thinking that you would want to also be that emperor? Or you would want to also embody that leadership and be the one in control or the one in power? And he could, because he has the energy. But I think that sometimes he gets very emotional. Because he started with the Ace of Cups. So he's like, he's like, oh, I don't know, I'm here, all emotional, and all of a sudden I see this, and I don't feel all right. And I think that is because of this person. But actually, it maybe it has to do with some acknowledgement that he has to do about his own desires. What is your relationship with power? How do you feel when you see powerful people? How do you feel when you see people being leaders? Will you want to be a leader? Will you want to be a soloist? How would you feel to be the center of attention and to be the one in control? Would you want to be in control of your own career? Would you want to have would you aspire at some point having your solo career? What is this? What is this? It's like he's very ambitious. It's just that he's afraid of how ambitious he is, but he sees it in others, or life eventually shows him that he's surrounded by a lot of egotistic people. So he sees that, he sees the reflections, and he's like, oh my God, that's them, that's not me, because I am not like them. But, Is it like tasting their own medicine? No, it's not like tasting his own medicine. Um, Honestly, I think that probably, because this is tasting your own medicine is like when you do something wrong and you somehow have like a repercussion. In this sense, I think that there's a lot of potential in Felix energy. And in Felix, in his own mind, it seems from the cards that I get from him, and from what I can see from him, he sees himself as someone that, yes, he's doing well in life, but he doesn't dare to dream bigger. Even though there's a very strong fiery nature inside of him that is wanting to get out. And is wanting and is ambitioning and is hunger and it needs more. And somehow he's like, no, I don't want more. I'm happy where I am. I don't want to change things. I'm happy where I am with the guys. I'm one of the guys. But maybe he's much more than one of the guys. And this is what he doesn't acknowledge, that he's very powerful. And that, that he's really, he has a lot of potential and he has a lot of influence. But it's like he hides in that very pleasant behavior of like, no, I'm just fine here. I don't want things to change. I'm fine here. And slowly, his fame and exposure and the people, also the people that he works with, are people with a lot of ego, are people with a lot of power. So he will have to have this uncomfortable conversation with these people, like talking about like, oh, I'm so good, what I made all this happen for you guys, and these people with this grandiose kind of self, like, oh, I've been in the industry for a lot of years, and him hearing that, and being like, oh my God, this person is so annoying, talking about their influence and how much money they make. It seems like he finds it a bit like rude when people are to show off. When people are to like, oh, look everything that I do. Look at me. Look how amazing I am. And he is like, no, I don't like people like that. I don't want, I don't want to be surrounded by people like that. But he's in this business. Does Felix have enough talent to go solo? Someone more familiar with the Stray Kids or Felix? I would say he does because he's popular among everyone. For his voice, yes. Yes, definitely. Yeah, it's like he is, I don't know if going solo, because I don't know, I also don't know much about Felix, but I'm going to pull for Ateez. The comeback is going to do very well. We need a new stuff. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, probably, for Felix's background, it's a bit shocking, like shocking to be surrounded by all these hungry, like power-hungry people. It's like for him, it's like. But I think that also he should like take, since he got the card of egotism, that is the Mars in Leo. He should also be egotistic. If you can fight them, showing them. Like, he has the potential, that's what I'm saying. He could, like, tap into that. Yeah, he's very down to earth, he's very intelligence. Honestly, like, Ateez comeback is going to do great. I'm sorry, guys. Thank you, Seinfeld. He's going to be great, but I think that also allows us to see that Felix is much more stronger than what his heart tells him. He has to get out of the, I wouldn't say the victim mentality, but with all these vibes, it's like, it's the kind of person that is like, oh, it's like, when will these struggles be over? When will be happy? When will the storm be over? Like he feels sometimes too pessimist, and he feels like a heavy weight on him. And sometimes, yes, he look at others, and there are others that are having the time of their lives. They're just going with the flow, being very, also being probably very like fake, and he cannot fake. So for him, it's awkward. It's like he sometimes he feels sad because it's like, I cannot go along with the jokes like they go along because I don't get it. But with the card of egotism, it's like, be egotistic like them, be like them, pretend, fake it, be an actor. But he is a protagonist. He actually is very loved. We see that he got the Ace of Cups. So he has to focus on that. He has to focus that there's a lot of fans that wait for him, that want to see him. He's important. He matters. Of course that there could be some treatment or some, things in the management of the group that maybe he feels like things are not as fancy as people think they are, and probably he's very tired because the others are tired because and him being like, like, I wish, things are not that happy, like things are not that. Okay, let's move on to, I don't want to get distracted, to Ateez comeback, King of Wands. Four of Swords in reverse, so it's time to get up of. I know they haven't been resting, but I don't know why. It's like, come on, wake up from the nap and keep going. Knight of Cups, Four of Wands. So amazing, guys, amazing. What can I say? I'm an Itini, so that's why I try to remain like not like very out of my energy of loving them, but they usually got the best cards. At least this year, finally, they got good cards because they went through. I went through periods for when I used to read for them, and the cards were very sad. Honestly, the cards were very like, And it's not that the guys weren't doing well, like when it comes to their achievements, but the energy, what they were going through with fame or with having to not seeing the results or not seeing the appreciation that they were hoping for. They definitely dealt with a lot of rejection, but now they are better. And then from the Oracle, they got Saturn in Scorpio, inheritance. So definitely, I think that they're going to heritage something. I wonder what there is. They could like heritage something. There could be an inheritance. I wonder what. But yes, this is a very Scorpio card. It's something that they haven't had in, like, it's unexpected, like it was hidden. It was like a secret. Wait, guys, I'm going to let my cat in. But honestly, yes, it's a success. It's a success. A lot of celebration. Yeah, I mean, They are ruled by a very. I didn't know you were a teeny too. It went somehow past me. Oh, yeah. I usually, I don't like, even though like I love all the groups because I learned so much by reading for them. I learned so much, and I love everyone. But honestly, like if I have to think, like okay, I would want to belong to, like I would be like part of the fandom is like yes, I consider myself to be an 18, a DOB, a fan of the boys, and also I'm very fond of NCT 127. So so yeah, I know they're crazy. I know they have a lot of members. I know that SM is not the best management, but I love NCT. So yeah, possibly an citizen as well. But yes, because we start here with the King of Swords, the King of Wands. So uh, there's something about them having a very passionate leader. This is Honchun, and this is why he's here to lead. Remember that he sometimes he wears like a cane, and this is very him. Like it's not, it's not to say that because all the members are important. This is not to be like oh because of him, but definitely I would say that they just don't fall in the in the boredom and the tiredness of it all. The exhaustion, the they don't fall into that heavy mental space because they have a very motivating kind of leader. It's like their leader doesn't sleep. And I don't know if that's good. But because he's so motivated and he's so on fire all the time when it comes to being creative, they can achieve this success. And this is why they also don't sleep. They also don't take a break, even though maybe their bodies, like we always talk about. I know that there was a member that I believe it was Woyoung that had like an injury in his. Was it in his knee or in his ankle? Well, but he did. But definitely, if he's in a sort of break, he's not going to be for long. He's going to he's going to come back. He's going to come back. So don't worry. And we have the four of wands. That is the celebration. He's going to come back for the celebration of the comeback. So, and this is something that I think that is very admirable of Ateez is that it's like they could have a hiatus. We know that a member was in hiatus, but they will not remain in hiatus. This is a group that will always transform themselves to come back better and stronger. They have this need. They have this strong fire of keep going. They are fighters in their own right. They are like survivors. They put the fire, they put the hurt into the situation, and also they have their vision about what they want to bring to the audience, and what they want to bring to the audience is passion. They cannot be average. They want to be extra. They want to be like the best you ever seen, and this is a personal wish of them. This is not to compete with other people's concept or other people's passion or other people's work. This is their trademark. This is who they are. This is how they work, how they show the artistry in them. So, and always like being very passionate, very all over the place. So obviously they are not for all the spectators. There could be people that are like, oh, I don't, um, I just don't like this group, they are too energetic for me, or they are too this for me. Well, but they definitely work really hard to get the celebration. They work really hard. But inheritance, yes, I think that they're going to inherit something. They're going to get something out of nowhere. Something is going to be an inheritance for them. They're going to be like, oh, where did this come from? It could be a building, because in here we see like a castle. A castle. It could be like a property, somewhere like them expanding their the place that they work in. But yeah, it has to do with money, and it's a very unexpected, and I don't know why. Like, I think that it's like hidden, it's like a gift to them. So I don't know if maybe the company is going to, give them a new place or something like that. But yeah, it's for them. It's for the group. It's not for them to share it with the other groups. It's for them. It's for them exactly. So yeah. Oh yeah, Utah is my bias. Yes, I always talk about Utah. Yes, all the time, all the time. Okay, guys, I'm going to go because I've been here for 2 hours, and I think that you should also move on with your lives and enjoy this Sunday if you can. So, but I do appreciate it that you stopped by. So yes, I appreciate it that you joined this. So thank you so much, guys, for being here, and have a great start of the week. And yes, we will continue. I will continue with the readings tomorrow, Monday. I believe I'm going to do a reading for is it Baby Monster? I don't know why I forgot their names already. I'm not okay. Yeah, but for the new girl group of YG. And yes, let's see what the K-pop community has in store for us this week. So thank you, guys. Enjoy.